Hi everyone, my name is Mike, and this is 45 minutes of yoga here at the Virtual Y. Today we're going to do just a whole mix of things, as I always do, so it's good to just kind of leave yourself be an open book. And the way that you can approach a mix of things is to listen to your body. You know that anything that comes your way, you can choose a way to practice, and I'm going to help you learn how to do that if you don't already, okay? Have some props handy, but make yourself steady. I like to spend just a minute in getting myself centered. That involves feeling grounded first, all right? And then having a sense of alertness. Draw inward for just a moment and take a deeper breath. Notice how deep that breath is on the inhale, and match that on the exhale, the same amount. Okay, so we're actually using our diaphragm to draw in a little bit more, using maybe our abdominals to exhale a little bit more. This is good preparation for the work to come. And it's a good place to start by training the mind as well. Yoga is brain training, ultimately. Good, take the deepest breath you've taken all day, lift the heart, and give an open mouth sigh, let it go. Nice. I'd like you to lay back. We're going to start doing a few motions coming on back. Back easy. Bring your feet in because we're going to do a flow that involves a bridge. So when you do a bridge, you want your heels to be someplace you can actually, touch them, that you know they're in close enough, okay? Then, as you inhale, what you're going to do is take the arms up overhead, they touch the floor, and then the hips go up any amount, doesn't have to be extreme right now, and then exhale, hands come down, hips come down. Okay, so keep that going, and here's the challenge. Inhale up, exhale down, is to time them all to synchronize, okay? So the hands, the hips, and the breath happen at the same time, finish at the same time. Exhale and lowering happens and finishes at the same time, okay? It's not rocket science, but it is brain training, right? Which I just mentioned. Let's do one more just to see if you can't really synchronize and force yourself. It forces a little bit of a slowdown in your motion instead of just kind of, going through the motions. Good, good. And then let's go ahead and give these knees a hug. Give us a subtle massage in the back, okay? If you go one direction on circling, make sure you go the other as well. We'll do one more thing from this position. Why don't we do some windshield wipers? So you'll stabilize by putting your palms down on the floor, and notice how that helps you as you drop the knees over to the left, and maybe you look away, all right? Inhale, bring them up to the middle, and exhale, drop the other way. If you want, you can keep the knees, toes down and make it a lot simpler, gentler. So here, again, I'm talking right away about ways to do this practice that's right for you. Do you need gentler with the feet down or, a little bit more muscular with the legs up in the air? We are warming up though still, okay? Let's return back to the center and then give a little bit deeper hug and bring the chin into the chest. All right, maybe cross the legs a little bit. And then maybe you can make a wheel out of the back and rock yourself up. I'd like to use some momentum. Come forward. Bring it onto all fours, where we'll do a few warm-ups as well. So from here, let's just start with some basic cat-cow. But think about this. Pull on your hands to look through. So I'm stretching the front side of my body all through here. Pull on the hands to look through. And then exhale, push on the hands to draw. Now draw the navel in and up and drop the head. Okay, pull on the hands, inhale to look through, exhale, bring it on up. So you really want to feel like you're moving your back in those opposite snake-like curves, all right? In a way that feels good, nourishing, and gets things moving out of your joints. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a little side stretch here. So give me just a few rounds where you wag your tail. So wag your tail side to side, hips moving. Again, maybe there's this serpentine motion you're making. And then just take, now avoid, I don't love, looking back there because I don't love what that does to the neck. Bring your hips towards your ribs, squeeze here, all right? Take your opposite leg out and then draw it across the body diagonally, okay? Now you're gonna feel a stretch through that opposite side. And if you want, you could take the arm up and away too. So I'm really arcing through the body here. It's like that banana curve that we do when we're laying down. And I'm not looking because that's a little too much for the neck. Good, let's bring that down. We'll try the other side. So crunch the other side, ribs to hips, and then extend the opposite leg, and then bring that leg cross over. All right, so you might have to do some work to kind of rebalance yourself. You gotta keep your belly on in and up, and reaching any amount. Don't be concerned with looking. Maybe my ear goes towards my shoulder a little bit. That's not a bad way. Okay, let's go ahead, come on here, and for a couple rounds, let's warm up the elbows. Come forward into a plank, way far forward, drop a little bit, press back up, yogi push-up, and then press back into a kind of melting heart. Come forward, inhale, arms are strong and close to the body. Inhale, press up. Nice, I like to warm up triceps and elbows before we do full sun salutations in a moment, okay? And then just pause back here for a moment, maybe touch the third eye, have a moment of grounding, a moment of presence, always, appreciate those, okay? And then let's tuck the toes. We're gonna go to down dog momentarily. So tuck the toes, press into the hands before you go up. Nice press, and then lift the hips high. So you inhale and press through the hands in order to get the hips up higher. And then as you exhale, the heels come lower, maybe even they bounce. And you could keep the knees soft in order to keep the back long. Think about that. If straightening the legs is bringing you forward, I don't want that. I'd rather have your heart press backwards and have your knees be a little more bent. Okay? When you develop more flexibility, the heels will sink and the thighs will press back. But don't worry about it. No forcing. Good. Let's go ahead and bring the left leg up for a three-legged dog. Okay? Left leg presses on through. Now, a three-legged dog could be simpler too. You could just play with extending it. As the backside of the body gets stronger, you'll be able to lift it further up. Now, press extra into your left hand as well. You need that balancing. Good, good. Any squeeze will do. You could bend the knee and do other stuff too. But let's go ahead and put that down. All right. Maybe have a moment where you put the knees down, come forward. Maybe a bend. Yogi push up, a moment of rest with the third eye again. And then we're gonna go and do the other side for three-legged dog. Press into the hands, start with the L shape on the inside. Now, use those hands as a good foundation to lift the right. Press into the hands to lift the heel. Exhale, extra press into the right, okay? And again, as your back and glutes get stronger, then you get higher up in that leg. So what I want to do next is, okay, put that down, and you're gonna face me on the long edge of the mat. So lunge, I'm lunging my left forward, and then I want you to pivot so that you can be facing me, okay? And then come on up. So I didn't say left and right because it might be different where you are, okay? Knees and toes turn out. Let's do our nice warm up here, some circular shapes. Inhale up, exhale down. Take the first few to establish some balance, okay? Inhale, exhale, and then maybe some more, a little bit deeper. Push your booty back, all right? Press into the feet. And then take an inhale and step to the top of the mat, like that. Woo, hands down through heart center. And just find your Tadasana. So we already picked up our energy there a little bit. We're gonna continue to do that. Let's give me a little bit of a chair flow here. So just kind of sit into a chair. If you need to, start shallow and exhale. It could be a high chair. But if you wanna progress, I'm gonna do this today. As you stand up, lift a knee with this, okay? So inhale, sit into chair. Exhale, alternating knees come up. Inhale. Exhale. So you're kind of practicing, you're almost practicing your tree here. We're gonna do that a little bit later, a nice balance. Okay, one more, let's even it out. Good, do whatever you need to with your arms, and then just go ahead and put that down again. All right, let's prepare for some sun salutations by just inhaling on up one time. Exhale, take a nice dive forward. Warm up the backs of the legs, inhale, halfway lift. When you do a halfway lift, extend out. Look at that. In class, I see a lot of this. I know it's because people are tight too, but look, we want this pose to have a little bit of essence of back bend, okay? Exhale, forward fold. Let the head drop. Get the essence of these poses that we sometimes breeze through, okay? And then pick up your heart, come on up and back. Tadasana. Let's do classic series today. Inhale, rise up into a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale, come forward fold. Out, halfway lift, look ahead. And exhale, forward fold. We'll go to lunge the right leg. Inhale back. So first time through a little bit of tutorial, all right? The knee could be down. Notice if it's down, you have the opportunity to kind of salute forward a little bit more. When it's up, that looks a little bit different. Okay, give a little bounce. Nice, take an inhale. Now exhale and step back to down dog. From here, inhale forward to a plank, and exhale, dropping into Chaturanga Dandasana. Knees, chin, and chest touch. Now, inhale, come through and give me a cobra. Let's pause here for a moment too. In cobra, you wanna wrap everything back behind you. As your arms become stronger, you'll be able to keep them closer to the body as you work, all right? Inhale again, draw the heart forward and stretch the front side of the body. Inhale, tuck the toes. Exhale, back to down dog. Another breath there to inhale, lift the hips. And then exhale, send your right leg forward. All right, so this is the other side. So same things apply here. It can be knee up or down. Notice, it kind of changes where you're looking when you do that, right? Good, and then spring a little bit to come forward. Give me another halfway lift here, inhale, forward fold. Stand all the way up into a back bend. Little or a lot, and then finish with the hands at heart center. We'll do that again. Inhale, pick it up a tad, back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Halfway lift with a little look. Exhale, forward fold, drop the crown. Right foot steps back, maybe knee down, look through. To down dog as we exhale. Forward to plank, inhale, you could be from the knees or toes, then exhale, touch knees, chin and chest together. Through for a cobra, bigger up dog if you want it. Exhale to down dog, okay? Again, press those hips higher, inhale. Exhale and send your right leg forward. Help it if it needs it. Inhale, take that look through, and then spring forward, exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, again, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Stand up nicely into that back bend once more. And then down through heart center. Good. Pause. Have a moment of Tadasana, which is a moment of presence. Feel that foundation in the feet. Okay. Love doing that classic salute lately. It's been exploring that one a little bit more. It's one of the oldest documented that we have. Okay, we're gonna start doing a few things, and I wanna start from down dog. Okay, so step back. Take me back to down dog. Press into the hands, lift the heels. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, if down dog isn't great for you, you can do puppy. It's from the knees. It looks like this, all right? So I'm just trying to follow through on my promise to show options, okay? Let's start by lifting the right heel up again. Give me that three-legged dog once more. Squeeze and lift. Now bring your heel to your seat, and you're gonna be able to pivot from your hips, okay? That should enable you to get that leg under you, kind of flick it forward into that lunge, okay? It's practicing your skills and transitions. Let's take a little bounce into those hips. Now keep your heel up and back, because we're gonna just stay here in low lunge for a sec. If you are strong enough, maybe you can come to the fingertips and rely more on the strength of the body to be long in this low lunge. Pressing out through the crown, back through the heel, right? And again, the knee could be down for beginners. Your hands could be on a block. Okay, let's put the heel down, so as stand low that time, and come on up. This is Warrior One setup. You could just straighten the leg for a start, but give a couple rounds where you actually give a bend there, so you want that knee to go towards the foot. Just doing a bunch of classic poses here today, and then settle in. It can be as much as a 90-degree bend. As we come into this, if this starts to feel pinchiness, then just move it, and don't be as big about everything, okay? I have the pose that I have from practice, flexibility in various places, all right? And saluting on up, keep the navel active. Ooh, and we feel some burn sometimes. Yep, that's what we're doing. All right, let's go ahead and have a moment where we ease off the burn, open the arms, and open the feet. We're gonna go to Warrior Two as well. Two, go back into the knee goes towards foot, hand goes over knee, eyes go over hand, all right? You might look behind and see, is this about 180 behind me? Good. You want to be able to find your inner peace despite the fact that you are fighting through some heat and maybe a shake and some, I would like to be done with this thoughts, okay? It's training for life, all right? Broad shoulders to get through, all right? To get through clear-headed. Let's go ahead and bring this, again, maybe just give these a little break too before we move on. Brain training this, all exercise really, on how to, get through something challenging and arrive, feeling good about it. Let's send that front hand up again and back in. Take the back hand behind you. Now reverse warrior. All the warriors today, come on in, a little back bend if you like. So what if I needed this gentler? The answer is always up higher. It's always simpler, okay? You could flow in and out of it. Those are your friends. Sense of peace in everything. It is the goal. Ultimately, stillness fosters peace. All right, so now let's unfold. We're actually going to do a twisting triangle. So I might want those feet a little bit more two lanes. You're going to take your left hand around down. In fact, most of us probably want the block. We're going this way. So I can already feel I'd like to move my feet and my hips a little bit to allow me to turn into this more fully. Okay, you're gonna drop one shoulder, lift the other. You could also place your top hand behind you, opposite hip. What would be a gentler version of this is really just kind of staying up and turning any amount. The further I go down, the more flexibility I have to have in that calf back there. See that? Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and spin that back up and around. Give another drop. And I'd like to do this flow that kind of goes with an ancient chant. It's a salute to the infinite sound of Om. So, squat. It's called Hare Om. So you go Ha, it's three parts. Ri, come on up, hands together. And then Om down either to legs or the floor, okay? So stay Ha, Ri, Om. Hare Om, Hare Om, Hare Om. Stay with me. Hare Om, Hare Om. One more. Hare Om. Chill out. After we chant Om, we kind of want to let it vibrate, resonate, and continue on. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the other side. I need us to windmill or get to down dog again. All right, so I'm going to position myself the other way just for demonstration's sake again. And we're going to lift the left leg if you want.
Remember, you can be in puppy pose if down dog isn't your jam. Squeeze, squeeze. Bend the heel to touch the hip. Use that bent leg to flick and come under, lunge. Now again, low lunge today. Just gonna keep it down here. Knee down is great. Use block is great. All right, use more strength by coming to the fingertips. Your choice, extend long. Kick the heel back, bring the crown forward. Again, if we can bring ourselves to stillness despite the challenge, that has an effect on our mind. A positive one, okay? Good, let's put the heel back down and carry yourself on up. So maybe a moment's break for that leg, because I do keep bending that. And then we're gonna go back into Warrior One. So if you need to, check things out. What were my tools, again, for maybe a beginner? Tool number one, flow, okay? Tool number two, make something smaller, right? Don't worry. You're only going to be able to do what you can do today, so why fight it? Once more, finding steadiness in the pursuit of peace. Let's go ahead and straighten that. Drop. For Warrior Two, I generally bring my feet a little closer to the midline. Go long. Knee over foot. Hand over knee, eye gaze over hand. Let's go up in the palms this time. 180 back there. You might notice that knee wants to come in. Squeeze the glute behind you, keep it open. You want to see your big toe, okay? Keeps the knee in good alignment. Stillness lies in the palm of the hand. All right, let's go ahead, straighten again, have another break. The three warriors, so we're gonna go back into a reverse. So now the left arm comes on up, reach, other one tucks back. Simplest could be right here, okay? Moving on, maybe a warrior lunge. Moving on, maybe a little bit of a back bend. I'll stay in the middle here today. Gazing up. So you'll notice too, between all these poses, I'm not keeping my feet in exactly the same spot. I have to listen to my body. All right, learn, go on that journey. Let's inhale, come on up, because especially now, I'm gonna take this back into that revolve. So as I come around here, I can already feel, that's making that knee feel really not right. So I gotta move my foot. Gotta move my foot. I want us to have a good turn here. So don't be beholden to where those feet are. Move them to serve the twist. Inhale, draw your heart and head forward towards the top of the mat. And then exhale, top shoulder above bottom shoulder. You could rest the top hand. Don't get obsessed with reaching the floor. Yes, a person could do this with the hand on the floor. Medium, okay, gentler. Everybody gets obsessed with reaching the floor, with reaching their toes. I don't know why. It's not necessary. Okay, let's bend your knee. Easy swivel back on up. And if you want, have a little hop in. All right, we're gonna do a balance today. We always do a balance pose. And let's progress this as well. So you're gonna start pressing into the right foot. Make your roots, even if it's not a tree pose, you make roots. You build a trunk, okay. Then, today I'm going to advise us to hold the knee. And then I'm gonna take this even one notch further today. You could stay here, or you can twist away with this. You leave your opposite hand across the knee while you turn away, maybe even look away and extend back. Be tall. Centered, as peaceful as you can amid the kind of fluctuation of opposites happening. Whew, that is yoga. Oh my gosh, let's come back in and put that down. Roll the ankle a little bit. Rotate. Don't roll it. All right, and we're gonna do, before I do the other side, let's come down into a low squat. Heels gotta be a little wide, okay? Hands down the mid-center. If you get down here and the heels aren't on the floor, try putting them a little bit wider. If they're still not on the floor, maybe use that blanket or something, throw it underneath, okay? Press the hands together, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale and let the tailbone be heavy. Beautiful pose for flexibility and also of letting go. All right. Now, we're gonna stand back up, but I want you to protect the knees. So do this first. Lift your booty first. Create a 90-degree angle, and then come on up. Ta-da. All right, other balance. Create the tree first. Roots, trunk. All right, feeling good? Let's bring that back up. Bring the knee in and up. Find something steady to look at. Then you can leave your opposite hand on the knee and begin to turn any amount. Ooh! I lost my visual focus, that was what happened. And then turn any amount to keep pressing down into your roots, up into your trunk. Good, let's come back center and put it on down. I should say too, notice if you're practicing in the evening, if it's dark, I've definitely noticed that balance is harder when it's dark, all right? Visual is a big part of our balance. Let's come back down into the slow squat, but we're gonna progress this into just doing some hand strengthening. So, basic hand strengthening, you wanna kinda squeeze your legs to your arms, and you might just kinda put some weight in the hands a little bit, just a little bit. Play with it. If they are not feeling great, this is a good way to start. Maybe eventually you can get a toe up, and you keep squeezing the knees kind of higher up and more in. One toe, other toe would be kind of a progression there. And then this ultimately can result in a pose we call crow. So when I can squeeze, and I have strong hands, strong shoulders, and I can bring my navel in and up, I can bring everything in and up and look forward. And set that down. I don't advise more than one attempt in a crow because it kind of spends everything you got on the first one. If you do it again, you might just kind of endanger yourself. Child's pose for a sec. Fully surrender the arms, fully surrender the head, however it feels right for you, please. Take a moment to quiet, to cool. Okay. Okay, and we're gonna move on to do some little bit of kind of one thing each of all the poses we have left, the varieties. Give me a plank. I'm gonna let you choose, but I'm gonna show you the 4 stages of plank. Since I'm, really trying to tease apart the options today, the easiest plank is hands and knees, all right? The next hardest is elbows and knees. The next hardest is hands and feet. So you're gonna progress on these. The next hardest is elbows and feet, okay? Give me another few breaths in that. I'm gonna go hands and feet. Crown comes out. Knees or heels press back. Belly on and up, all right? Watch, the body wants to do this because it's easier, right? You gotta feel like you're using your front and your back to stay in place. Woo.
When you're ready, drop the knees and drop onto the belly for a moment. And you could place your toes wide and your forehead on your hands. A lazy crocodile. Fill the belly on your breathing, okay? And then why don't we do a little cobra flow today? Bring the legs together and active behind you. Hands are at your, roughly the shoulders, and you want those elbows to be up, shoulders back. So I want you to lift at a place that you feel is just kind of easy, okay? And then I want you to lift a little bit higher, okay? And then we go down, and then lift all the way back up to the high. We're gonna do that a couple times, all right? Come down. Lift to what you think is your, I think I did that wrong. Lift to your highest. Every time I do it, I have to remind myself, okay? Now lift, now lower to your halfway. Now lift to your highest. Now put it down. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time. Lift to your max, your max. It doesn't have to be as big as mine, or it could be bigger. All right, halfway. Your max again. And put it down. Oh goodness, yes. Come back, press back into another child's pose. Surrender the arms fully and forehead. Before we move on, we're gonna move on to a twist. So take your legs out front. Always like to start there because all twists really should be done with a nice, tall, extended spine. I want to keep the leg long today. So bend your right leg, and take your hips with you. Take those right hips back, all right? You might even give yourself a pre-twist here. Take your right arm back and let that give you great posture, okay? Front arm, inhale, come on up, and either a little hug or a bigger hug right there. Now, as my hips open and my upper spine is able to turn more, especially up by my shoulders, I might find you'll see people do this cross a lot. It's great. If you're a beginner, don't go there, because a common injury is cranking ourselves into this pose. Please don't do that. You can injure yourself real quick and real permanently. Be tall, and then let your eye gaze fall back. You might feel your ability to sort of press a little bit into the into this right foot. Kind of powers a little bit more turn. Keep that right hip going with you. Nice inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, come back around. Take a moment here. Inhale on up, exhale, go to where you feel yourself stop from the hips, and then inhale one more time, and then exhale, just relax for a sec. Pedal the feet. Okay. We're gonna do the other twist. So remember, every time we twist, I gotta start with a nice straight back. We're gonna bend the left leg and take that left hip back with me. Let it turn. Maybe a little pre-twist here. Then send the left hand back. Let that keep you upright. Inhale, lift your front hand as well. Bring it around a little or a lot, all right? So in a twist, you should feel like you are using your arms a little bit to help you maintain lift. Settle your eye gaze back. Give me one more nice full breath here. And then come back around to the front. Nice. We're going to continue on doing it's a lot of basics today. Kind of nice. Legs wide. Now, if that immediately makes you go, oh, why this one? Sit up, okay? A beginner will benefit from sitting up. And then slide to the edge of that, okay? It helps you fall forward and stay upright. Try to turn the toes out and turn the thighs out from your hips as well, okay? And don't be concerned with coming far forward. Just feel where you're feeling pressure, okay? You can use your back hands to sit up tall, also to encourage a deeper fold, okay? And then have the intention of letting go. As you are able to let go, perhaps you'll be able to find yourself in deeper places, but don't get obsessed with it. Okay? I have been doing this pose for a long time. See how far I am? I have an anatomy that just does certain things. And you may notice too, sure, there's super flexible people, but even some super flexible people have certain things, uniqueness about their anatomy that prevents them from doing certain poses more deeply as well, okay? And I don't mind holding here, just to encourage you to continue to let go. And when we let go, we discover peace hidden underneath if we can learn to recognize it. Really is what all of this is laddering up to. Sometimes we have to throw ourselves a little bit of heat, a little bit of challenge, to discipline, to train the mind. Good. We're going to change the focus of that into a little bit of a tortoise. So put the feet out in front of you. And again, in tortoise, you want the hips to stay kind of behind you. And you put yourself inside, all right? You want to kind of nestle in. Imagine the tortoise, all right? The legs are going to continue to sort of press against the arms. Now, you can hold the feet, or kind of next progression is to take those hands under and around, and this may enable you to retreat further into your shell. Of course, these poses too, if you were to look them up online, you'll see that there are bigger and bigger versions for almost everything I'm doing. In this class, I like to kind of hug the midline for things. Stay here, take another nice inhale. And on your exhale, just draw the belly back and let yourself fold deeper. Nice. Inhale, maybe creep those hands back on out and come up. And we're gonna do our last couple things here. Let's lie back once more. Actually, I decided I'm gonna take a moment and show you this pose. It's a fish, and you wanna support your upper spine. So what you do here is, here's one way. You put a little bit of a lift. You have to have a lift. And this is a gentle version. And come back. Now here's the kicker. The thing about fish, there's a must. The head must touch right there, okay? And then the arms can come out. So this is just a really basic one. And then try to position your head so that the neck has a gentle arc off the blanket onto the floor, and the back top of your crown should touch. And this is a heart opener. Allow the feet to be open as well. I'm just doing the gentle version today. There are versions you could progress eventually to putting the shoulders on a block. But so imagine that would be higher. You would still need to have your head touch down. So we have to be flexible enough to have that bigger lift and that nice flexibility of neck to lay back relaxed. This is so great for us when we are chair sitters. Now, when we come out of this, just go ahead, bring your chin towards your chest and roll off to a side. Roll off to a side and then take what's underneath you away. Take it away. And then I'd like to do what we did in the beginning now with just a more cooling focus. Come back. And that was why don't we just have a hug for a moment? That was that bridge flow. But now we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it slower with a different focus. So again, heels down where we can touch them. And this time I want you to count. So I want you to inhale for like maybe at least 5 counts. Time everything out. And then exhale 5. Now, after this, inhale 5, I want you to attempt to lengthen the exhale, so more than 5. So it's 6, 7, 8. Exhale down, down, down. You could drag it out for as long as you like, but do inhale 5, and then exhale super long. Put on the brakes. How long can you make it? Tailbone and hands are last. Take the time to notice what happens in your nervous system when you extend your exhale. Give me one more of those. Nice. Longest, the slowest one yet. Last one. And then just hug the knees in, but this time resist the urge to move, and instead just give them a big hug. Resist the urge to move. And rest in that soothing sensation of those long exhales. This again is a pose of letting go. And for a moment here, let's rest. You can either, if you like today, you could put your feet together and drop the knees wide. Or put the feet wide and the opposite, drop the knees together. So find a place of stability and put your hands on your belly. Remember, if you're warm, put the arms apart from the body. Expose the underarms, which are associated with cooling. And do you notice, has there been a continuity through of that ease in your breathing? Sort of follow that ease of breathing in through the body. And this is not a time to start creating a grocery list. It's a time to just watch. Most importantly, it's a time of rebalancing for your body and your mind. eventually, maybe hug the knees in one more time, just gently. Bring the chin to the chest. And not forcefully, just transfer your weight a little bit and sit up. And let's finish mindfully together. Hands at Anjali Mudra. Thumbs touching heart center. Whatever your experience was today, it's important that you acknowledge that good things you have done and ultimately let it go. All right. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Please favorite this class in order to go through that progression. Or maybe next time you realize, oh, I should be here, there. And as you improve, you maybe can go for more. That's what I want you to try, okay? Be well. See you next time. Bye.
I'm Sarah, and this is cardio dance. Are you guys ready to work out? Let's do it. Last 10 seconds. I'm right here with you. Let's do it.
Welcome to the Y. My name is Erin. I'm Jennifer.
My name is Linda.
My name is Tommy, and today we're going to do a quick step routine.
We feeling like we can conquer the world today?
I wish you all could smell it. It smells so good.
Time. We get stronger in my world. We're going to do it again.
We'll see you again. Keep working.